Well, 100 million US dollars. Quite.
That's a big money.
That's very big. I wonder what one would do with that if it gets to one person. But that's not what we're here for. This is very connecting. It's US has always been out there for everybody. But these,
I don't agree with that. The US have not been for everybody.
But when you look at what they're doing now, definitely situations like this, first of all, has to come up before you see the long hand coming from the US to support.
The US, I don't agree with that. And I always say, see, if you don't understand the politics that the US is playing, the US has enough power to even ensure that these wars do not even happen in the first place. But they would prefer the war to happen and send aid.
Why would you say that?
Because of what is happening between Ukraine and Russia. War cannot be coming up and you're taking sides in the war.
That's correct.
Once you take side in the war, you have pushed the war to continue for as long as the sides remain. So you cannot be telling us, that you want to bring 100 million. Meanwhile, you'd have just called your Israeli brothers and said, look, allow us, let's use intelligence and handle this whole thing. Is that they don't know that Hamas has been causing issues and even sending some threats and even strike force on Israel over some period of years. Who is not aware of this? What did US do to bring down the Hamas? What level of intelligence? See. It's like somebody waiting for a problem to happen, so you come and solve the problem. Meanwhile, you can do something to prevent it. I remember during the 2016 election in US, Donald Trump and Hillary Clinton was having a debate. And Clinton was like, it's madness when the Democrats wants to attack Afghanistan, want to attack one terrorist group, and they will come on CNN and announce it. So you're asking, are you expecting the terrorists to sit down there and wait for you to come and release the thing? Recently in Nigeria, we heard that under Donald Trump's administration, we heard that some Americans were kidnapped in Nigeria. The next thing we heard is that America has come into Nigeria secretly, released their citizens, and dealt with the other people. Quietly, they left. That level of intelligence can be carried out with almost all terrorist groups, but they will refuse to do it. They would rather want, when the problem has escalated, you now start bringing millions. No matter the amount of millions, their families, their people, the lives that have been lost, can you recover it? How much can you pay for each life? Families that have been devastated because of this, how much can you give to them? These monies, by the end of the day, these things are aids. They can't even help you to have a standard life. Or is it the water that will be polluted as a result of the bombs and the chemicals and all that? The sicknesses that people will go through, the organ failures and all that. What is the money going to do? Is it going to give them a better life? See, America should stop doing this nonsense. They are blatantly arrogant for no good reason currently now. And they have to start understanding that. The power that America has, you know that certain activities will lead to war that will cause casualties. Your work as a world police, which you have self-acclaimed world police, is to ensure that through intelligence investigations, gathering, policing, military, you ensure that these things do not work. It is when, what's his name, Osama bin Laden, in the World Trade issue, brought down that. How many months did it take for them to get Osama bin Laden? Just do the mathematics. So meanwhile, that means that all this while you have the capacity to deal with these people. But you will always wait until it's snowballed into a world crisis. Then you come in, you want to solve it. This is not how... I feel like the American society strives when war is happening. I feel like their ego is bloated when there is an ongoing war. Because I don't see them at any point where war is happening say we want to stop the war. They will pick a side. If they see one side is strong, they pick the weak side. If they see the weak side will give them more benefits, they'll pick the strong side. So they will just look for a side to support. And when you do that, being that America is one of the countries that produces arms, it means that more arms should go into that country. So while you're providing $100 million aid for the Palestinian people and the Israeli people who are casualties of this war? What is the military aid you intend to provide for Israel that you're supporting? And what will be the consequence of that provision?